Welcome to the ParkHopper Show. It's a great, big, beautiful podcast with Paul and Jenna. I'm Paul, this is Jenna, and we are married, but not to each other. Jenna, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Paul. How are you?
Well, I think you know I'm doing wonderful because we are doing this podcast that I have been trying to get you to do for the better part of a year. So, and your kids agreed. So, how's it been going during lockdown?
We're hanging in there, Paul.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't complain. We're doing well. We've been in school. Mm-hmm. Everything's been close to normal.
You've been on your vacations?
We have had vacations, yes. We are those people that vacation through COVID.
Yeah, that's all right.
But we were safe. We were careful. We've done one Disney trip, one Universal trip, and a beach trip since COVID started.
Wow. I'm so glad that we are sitting so close together right now. So, all right. Why don't you tell me a little something about Disney World? That's the topic today. Disney World in 2021. So.
What's Disney World like right now? So we went in December, and it was actually, you know, historically the busiest week of the year between Christmas and New Year's. Mm-hmm. So we thought this is a great opportunity to go for that week because they're only open at 35% capacity.
Now, how many people are there?
I have no idea how many people that is. Sorry.
Where's my sound effect? All right, so that's okay. 35% sounds amazing, though. Because
it's more than you think, but it's still 35%.
When you've been there when it's 80 to 90%,
yes.
35 is looking pretty sweet.
Most people have never been there when it's 35%.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give the impression that you walk in and you're the only one in there. Right. There's still a lot of people there. But I felt like walking around the park, getting pictures, that kind of thing, felt pretty empty. Mm-hmm. The lines, there are no fast passes right now. So the lines, that's where all the people are. And the lines look a little overwhelming because, you know, you get in line for Mine Train and it wraps around the ride and then over to the aerial ride and then back. And you just keep following it to find the end of the line. But it's because everyone is spaced out 6 feet. Mm-hmm. And the inside queues for the line most of them don't crisscross. You know, when you go in a line and you zigzag.
Oh, you do, yeah, because you still have to be 6 feet. So you can't do the rail.
You're crossing people here. So
we're doing the same thing. But
okay, yeah. So once you get inside the queue, it's more of an outlined square. You're not zigzagging.
Yeah. I like that because, you know, historically you start finding that one person that your line buddy, and you're just like, all right, we saw you last pass. Yeah. We'll see you the next pass.
Yep.
Oh, here comes that guy that smells. Everybody.
A lot less smells. You're not as close to people.
Smells at most, so that's good.
And I personally like the 6 feet in line because your family has your little area.
Oh, yeah.
And no one is standing on top of you, you know,
listen,
pushing
if there's a
you
silver
along.
lining in this whole thing is that when we get back to normal, if you're within 6 feet of me, we're just walking out like this. If I can touch you.
The hula hoop
I'm gonna
around
get my
you.
Squirt bottle. If it can touch you, you're too close. So that's great at Disney World.
There are some things that I kind of wish don't go back to normal. But so I enjoy the spacing in the lines. I always tell people, don't let it overwhelm you when you have to walk a mile to get to the end of the line because it's just spaced out. And then once you're inside the queue, you don't have that much longer to wait because you're not zigzagging.
Stop looking at this. There are no notes on here, so stop looking at this paper. That's
my notebook.
But there's no notes on it. So.
Phew.
It's just your bad nickname. There's no notes. All right. So what else is going on?
Do you want to share my nickname that you came up with?
Maybe in a later episode.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Do you want to give I guess you give your full name. That's fine. So go ahead. Lines better. Spacing better?
The spacing is better. It can be overwhelming if you're trying to get to the end of the line and you're walking across the park.
Now, is this at all 4 parks?
This is at all 4 parks.
You're talking Disney World in Florida, by the way. This is specific.
This is specific to Disney World in Orlando, Florida. So the waits still weren't bad. I think we waited 45 to an hour for a couple of the big rides.
Like what? What's a big ride?
Well, Flight of Passage. That's always a long line. And with no fast pass, it's worth the wait. Have y'all done it? Was that open when you went? No. It is an amazing ride. So we don't mind waiting in line for that one. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is always a long wait. So I always encourage people to what is called rope drop and get there, before the park opens. If you're staying on property, you get in before everybody else. I'm thinking, 30 minutes. Universal's an hour. It has started, yeah. So every day, every park, you can get in 30 minutes early if you're staying on property. So if you can go even earlier than that and then beat the crowd to the line, you go straight to your ride and you theoretically can have a shorter line for your main ride you want to do.
Is rope drop weird because everybody's 6 feet apart? Or is it
We didn't rope drop.
Oh, so never.
I can't get my crew up that early.
So the last time that I went was 2 years ago, and at Hollywood Studios rope drop, and it was weird because they let you kind of in the park.
Yeah, so sometimes they open the front area where you can get in and walk around, but they won't let you pass like Main Street to get.
And it was at full capacity, and it was hot, and it was smelly, and there was no Star Wars, so it was not.
Oh, really?
That was the month before. It opened before.
So was Toy Story a big deal? Okay.
Well, that's the wall to Star Wars was a big deal, and all the nerds were in front of the wall getting their pictures taken. It's going to be Star Wars back there. And I made that face there, but I love Star Wars. But I was like, I'm not taking a picture of this wall. It's shenanigans.
I forgot all of that happened. Yeah, before Star Wars opened, it was a big deal to just get in there and see the wall.
Well, these people, they plan their whole trip, and then they're like, Star Wars opens next month. And
so close, it's so far.
It's a galaxy far, far on the other side.
So you haven't been to Star Wars Land? Oh, it is pretty fun.
It was one of several trips that got penciled in last year that my uncle really wanted to go, and my cousin, and they were like, all the guys were going to go just for the weekend and see it, and can't. So stink.
Yeah, it is pretty fun and immersive, and yeah, the rides are, if you're a Star Wars fan, they are really fun. Now, I did not grow up with Star Wars. My kids didn't grow up with Star Wars, but last spring break, and this will be another episode, we went to Disneyland right before everything shut down. And
convenient.
Before we went, we binged all the Star Wars movies on Disney Plus, and then just fell in love with them. So
now, when you were at Disneyland last year, did you wear a mask?
Oh yeah. Oh no, that was before nobody knew anything.
Weird, huh? You didn't have your mask on. You were shoulder to shoulder with people.
We sure were.
And the world shut down.
We were. Are we talking about this now?
Oh no. If you want to get into it, why do you say it?
Are we doing this now? We were in L.A. and then we went to Anaheim and checked in our Disney hotel, and we're watching the news, and they were like, "We have our first case in L.A. now," and no one really knew what was going on.
There wasn't like a picture of your hotel room. They're in there, everybody.
That looks familiar.
Is that Stella?
So, no, that was before everything turned.
Yeah.
I think we left, and I think 2 weeks later they shut down.
So it's the 1 year
really
anniversary of that. That's
fun,
right?
It is the 1 year anniversary, yeah. But, anyways.
Happiness. All right. So, are all 4 parks at 35%? Do they fill up every day?
Not all of them, no. Right now with spring break, Hollywood Studios is full most days, and Magic Kingdom is full some days.
Yeah.
So right now is a busy time. So the way it works is when you have your ticket spot or a package with tickets included, you book park reservations. So
I think this is interesting because this is new.
This is new, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. I think this is going to be a new thing. I see it lasting through 2022. I mean, I'm already booking people's park reservations for 2022.
Oh, well.
So I think this is going to stay around for a while, but it's really not that bad of a system. When you have your tickets bought, you can't do it if you don't have any tickets. So when you have tickets under your name, you click on the days that you want to go and you assign what park you want those days. And you can change it. It's not locked in stone, but it's all based on availability.
But you're saying you can't pick out which one you want to go to if you haven't bought tickets?
No. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because that would make sense. Like if I was just going, I would like to go to Magic Kingdom.
No, so you have to have a ticket purchased.
That's what, yeah.
Which, for me, what I tell people, that's why the package is always a good deal, because to book a room and ticket package, it's just $200, and then you have your tickets reserved.
Right.
Whereas if you just go buy tickets on your own, you have to pay the full price of the tickets, and they're not refundable.
And I think more than anything, this kind of weird stuff is the reason it's good to have a travel agent, because yuck, you know.
There's a lot. There's a lot to do right now. And so, we look at a lot of different factors on choosing what park to do each day. And I help my people decide what park they want to do. So then when that park hits capacity, they shut it down. Nobody else can book a reservation. Now, more will open up because people will change their plans and their itinerary around. But yeah, as of right now, March and April are pretty full.
Do you want to talk to them about the ParkHopper option?
Yeah, so
it's back, right?
The ParkHopper came back January 1st. We left December 31st.
Not to be confused with the ParkHopper Show, the great big beautiful podcast that you're listening to and watching right now. Okay, go ahead.
No, the ParkHopper edition option you can add to your ticket. So pre-COVID, you could buy a ParkHopper ticket where you could go in and out any park any day. When they reopened this summer after COVID, they only sold base tickets. You could not park hop. You had to pick what park you wanted each day and stay there. Starting January 1st, they brought the ParkHopper option back. And the way that system works as of right now is you reserve your first park for the day. And then at 2 o'clock, there is a reservation call number where you can call and it'll tell you all 4 parks are open.
It's 2 p.m.?
2 p.m. 2 p.m.
Wait, hang on. 2 p.m. Got it.
So you're in the park, 2 p.m. You want to leave and go to Epcot for dinner. You call this line and it'll tell you what parks are closed. Or it'll say you can go park hop to any park. And then you go to that park and you can get in. The good thing is your original park you booked for that day is booked for the whole day. So if you want to go back to that at night, you have that option.
Now, which one do you think is better to go to in the afternoon if you just had a half day?
If you had a half day, most people will go to Epcot and do the countries or have a nice dinner in the evening, especially right now with the Flower Festival going on. They always have some kind of festival going on in Epcot. So that's what's going on right now. And a lot of people will do a park in the morning and then go there at night to walk around and have dinner.
Okay.
Some people like Magic Kingdom at night. We love Magic Kingdom at night. And honestly, when we were there, because with COVID, there are no night shows right now. I'm hoping that
do you mean like
changes
fireworks and
soon.
things?
Yeah, fireworks, all that
speaking
stuff.
of Epcot, didn't they put up this big monstrosity
they had just,
in the pond, right?
Yes,
or
they had just redone
called?
their fireworks before COVID.
What is the water called? Is there like a name for the...
Yeah.
Is there? Lake Epcot. And so that's coming back probably then
I'm hoping
later.
Soon. There has been word of them testing the fireworks. People that live there have heard them testing them at night and stuff.
They live in those little buildings in the countries?
No.
No?
But there are houses very close. Their house is very close by. Anyways, so with no night show, the crowd at night's dead. So at Magic Kingdom, when we were there, at night, we could get on any ride we wanted. Mine Train was still a long line, but like Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, all of those, Pirates of the Caribbean, all those that normally have long lines, we could just get on and knock them out in the evening.
That's cool. So
a lot of people are really enjoying actually spending time at their resort at night, which typically on a Disney vacation, you don't do that a lot because you're in the park so much. But the resorts have so much to offer. People are really enjoying going back there in the evening and chilling out.
But you're saying that in Magic Kingdom, people probably don't think go there at night because there's no fireworks.
Right.
That might be a fun tip. You can go to Epcot, drink around the world.
And then go do the teacups.
Oh, because you got to hit those teacups. No. You want something spinning you around?
Do not do the teacups. So I think the popular nighttime parks would be Magic Kingdom or Epcot.
Yeah. So the lines aren't like that at the Hollywood Studios at night? Is that still wild all day? The big rides? Well, I guess Star Wars is you have to have a queue anyway, so.
Just the one ride. Yeah. There's one ride in Star Wars. You have to book a virtual boarding pass.
50% of the rides at Star Wars, though.
True.
So.
The Millennium Falcon is a line. It's not that bad anymore, really. Yeah. 30 to 40 minutes, I think.
Oh, that's not bad.
And then Mickey's Runaway Railroad is new, and that is a long line. But still, I think we waited 30 to 40 when we went. And then Slinky Dog. Slinky Dog's always long.
Now, with your nickname, we talked about Jenna Monorail.
I love it.
Do you think Austin would like to be Austin, Mickey's Runaway Rail? Nope.
Keep working on that. That's get your button going. Hang on. Push that button.
Put some. Don't know if you can hear crickets.
I thought it was gonna be that.
Well, there's what is the name of that Mickey Mouse thing?
It's so long.
Mickey's Runaway Railroad.
Railroad or railway?
Because railway makes me think.
I think it's railroad.
Rail. It could be Railey. Mickey's Runaway Railey.
We're getting yelled at from the other room. It's railway.
Yep. Not on mic. So if they're not on mic, you can just ignore them.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah,
can I keep this? Can I keep the mic so I can just ignore them?
You can just get one to walk around with, like your Britney Spears or at the Gap.
At the Gap.
They used to wear those like it was a big deal. We need some more khakis. I'm like, they can see you. So
they still do that Old Navy. It's like top secret
stuff. They got rid of the Gap, so that's all I got. So,
anyways, Jenna Monorail.
That's right.
We need to work on Austin.
You're welcome. We need shirts that say Jenna Monorail.
Ooh, yeah.
You need that on your stationery. Do you have stationery from the desk?
Oh,
and it's
I'm liking
the little train in your face. That might be real terrifying, so maybe not.
Yep. I don't know.
All right, so Epcot at night eating. So you mean like the eating around the different countries, the little restaurants? Yeah. Yeah.
So you can. There's different ways you can do it. We like to actually go make a reservation. So this last trip, we went to Japan and did the hibachi grill for the first time, and it was so good. It was my girl's first time doing a hibachi grill experience, and it was very. What's the word? Social distance. We had our own table with the grill, and then there was like, the plastic borders around the chef. He had a mask on. And then there was a table next to us where two parties did share the table, but there was a barrier between them, a clear barrier. So they do that some, I guess. We had a big party. We met up with some friends, and so we had a long table with just us. And it was delicious. So we typically like to book a nice reservation. If you like some kind of specific food, they've got the sit-down dinners for every country. But a lot of people will go and just sample the quick things from each country, a snack and a drink or whatever, and they'll share it and just kind of work their way around the world. Yeah.
What festival is going on right now?
The Flower and Garden Festival.
And that is...
Is that a quiz?
That's pretty... Well, it's for the people. I don't particularly care. This is over.
So we have been during Flower and Garden Festival every year, except this year. We changed our spring break plans this year, and we actually did Universal Studios this year. But that's another episode. So Flower and Garden is beautiful. They've got... I wish they could see outside right now, because in Kentucky it's gray and dull. The trees are bare.
Check local listings for what your outside looks like.
Back to you, Al.
It's 55 at the airport and 55 in your neighborhood.
So we leave leave here and land in Orlando, and everything's in bloom. You've got the palm trees, and then at Epcot they have all the characters shaved out in the topiary bushes. You know, have you seen them? They're pretty.
They shave them down. Is that how? Is that how you do a topiary?
I don't know what it's called.
I would say trim.
Trim. Okay.
Shave it's fine, I guess.
So they
Is
have
that where you got these?
No, I didn't. Okay. I would like some Mickey ones.
If you had a bigger one, you could put them on top, and you could have.
I know
that would be a Mickey
fun.
topiary.
I should make one.
And
Austin would love that.
Crafts.
I'm not a craft person. So anyways, they have that. They have special little cupcakes with flowers. They have special photo opportunities all around on the walls and things like that.
So there used to be festivals at certain times of year. I feel like Epcot is always festival-ing it up.
Yeah. They have the Food and Wine Festival, typically in the fall, but last year they did it again. I want to say right when they opened up, they had another one. And basically, when they have a festival, they have special food kiosks set up that are not normally there.
Yeah.
And so it's a time to get some special treats and stuff that people normally can't get there.
Well, from what I've seen, they're doing it because Epcot's kind of right now.
Careful.
Well, I love Epcot because it is the future from someone's perspective in the 80s.
I do love that too. I do love that too.
They missed it by just a little bit. So.
And they're getting an upgrade. They're getting a facelift right now. It's a little rough right now, but we're gonna get a space restaurant. The new entrance is beautiful.
I saw a video of it. I was like, that looks cool.
And I can't wait for the space restaurant and Ratatouille.
Yeah. One of the worst Pixar movies, but.
Oh, I love Ratatouille.
Do you really? I apologize.
So.
Hot take.
Yeah, I think it does help draw a crowd. It's a different crowd.
Yeah.
It's a late night adult crowd.
Hey.
You know. At night. It's a lot of locals will go there to hang out in the evenings. So really weekends at Epcot in the evening can be busy.
Okay.
Because that's when the pass holders will go and enjoy.
Now, when this gets over and everybody gets their vaccines, are they going to open up that 90s club again?
Well, you're never going to let that down, are you?
I'm never going to let it go either. Well, that's fun. Yeah, that's because we saw that space restaurant, and I was like, oh, that is going to be a hot ticket when it opens back up one day.
I know. We were really hoping to eat there in December, but it wasn't open yet.
Well, what's the best thing in Epcot right now, since everything's closed up? They got... They're not on mics, though. They can't.
Right now...
Right.
Well, I think the festivals are always a hit. I mean, you still have Soarin', Test Track, Frozen. We love those rides.
Yeah.
But nothing's really standing out.
It's
still Epcot.
Yeah.
Which we love. I mean, our family loves Epcot.
Yeah.
And
don't get us wrong, Epcot. Go. It's a 2-day ticket. You want to go, but results will vary.
It's definitely not a park where you'll go when it opens and stay till it closes.
Yeah. Well, they got rid of the soda fountain. The sodas around the world, and my daughter boycott.
Did she get the Beverly?
I think your daughters have boys here.
Voices in the wall.
Men voices. What is the Beverly?
It was a special drink at the
Oh, no, we tried
place.
each of them. And, you know, one thing we always liked about Disney is we've always said, you know, you could probably eat right off the ground most places there. That place was sticky and gross.
It was.
I mean...
all the syrups.
You know, you're like, hey, we're having a great time. We're at Disney World, and then we're at Walmart.
Soda fountain.
That place was so gross and not a good soda to be had.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up.
Well,
we have not talked about how clean and safe Disney is right now with COVID.
Oh, yeah.
It is incredible.
Do not eat off the ground. That was a joke.
Don't eat off the ground.
My child has probably been there crying at one point. Yeah.
But I felt safer there than the grocery store. I mean, it was, they're very strict on your mask and your distance. They have recordings coming over the intercom all the time. Workers, I feel like cast members pop out of the bushes to tell you to put your mask up. As you know, Austin has a hard time keeping it up for his nose.
I did not know that, so fun fact.
He doesn't wear one all day because he works outside, and so he's not as used to it as we are. And
it's one of those people.
He likes it under his nose. We're working on it. Anyways,
we're working on it. We're 2 months from being done.
He got in trouble a lot at Disney and Universal.
I saw those pictures of y'all at dinner. I almost brought it up, but didn't want to get you in trouble.
At dinner?
There was one picture and y'all were at some restaurant, and you're all with your mask.
Oh, right. We were outside the restaurant,
like, no. Well, yeah, out in front, but I was like, this guy.
I know. Well, you didn't do. So, anyways, they are strict about the masks, 2 and up.
I know, that's dicey with the little one.
Yes. They, several times when we would get off a ride, we would see them spraying it with it looks like a fertilizer, the sanitizing spray. Every line has hand sanitizer when you get on, and then when you get off, you get another squirt.
Now, that's probably not a podcast for that. It seems like that has been completely disproven about being able to touch it.
Yes,
you're sneezing right into somebody's hand and then rubbing it on your face. But that's good that they're.
I think they're just trying to cover all their tracks. And on that note, when you do book your park reservations, you click a waiver saying you're going to follow all the rules and you're not going to sue if you get sick.
Oh,
so that's where Disney. I mean, they have to be so careful because, unfortunately, people will. Bite them back if something happens. So
they will bite them back.
Yeah. So, anyways, it felt very clean. Housekeeping is different. They don't clean your room during your stay. Let me clarify that. So
it's BYO sheets. Just bring your own everything.
No, the room was super clean when we checked in. And then
when y'all left,
the first day, I was a little upset because I really like coming back from the park to a clean room.
Gosh.
And I came back and our beds were still unmade and everything was still messy. What are you doing?
Why don't you clean that room? You're a wife. Why
oh, God.
As a woman.
Anyway.
Hey.
So,
crickets. Yeah. Go ahead.
They come and they'll switch out your garbage and give you fresh
Now, when
towels.
they switch it out, are they bringing you new garbage, or are they taking they're just giving you a new bag? Is this fun?
Always on me. So they take out your old garbage and replace a new garbage bag.
Yeah, that's good.
Then they bring you fresh towels. If you leave your towels on the floor, you know that rule. Like if you hang your towels up in the shower, they're not going to replace them. But if you have them on the floor, then they know you want new towels.
But
so anyways.
They do it every day?
They do that every day. And then you can request like new shampoos and stuff like that.
Okay.
But they don't, I guess the goal is for them to not be touching your stuff. So they don't make your bed, they don't straighten up, they don't do all that stuff.
When I go anywhere without my family, I put the note up and say, don't come to my room. I'm good.
Oh, I say come in and do all the cleaning you want to do.
Well, you're not like giving them a thrill by letting them clean your room.
Well, I leave them a tip, but...
Oh, look, Lonnie Dom. Lonnie Dom is bougie at the hotel with the tip. What? I've not ever left a tip for a hotel person. What is the...
Are you serious?
I don't
Paul?
I don't have them in my room.
Oh.
So I don't know what I would tip them.
I typically... I don't know. Are we going to say this? I tip them $5 a day.
Yeah. You said I was going to say this.
I don't know.
Don't let that get out there, everybody.
I don't know
Keep it under your hat.
I don't know what people do. I don't know if that's low or what.
I feel like if it's every room they clean, that's,
they do a good job. I want them to be.
What I'm saying is if they're cleaning,
right.
50 rooms a day, that's another $250 a day. That seems pretty good.
I don't know. I don't know what people normally do.
Yeah, I've never done that. I don't know. But I don't like people in my room at all, so.
Well, so anyways, that's different.
Uh-oh.
Mobile ordering.
Never done that either.
So
I'm an old man. I'm an old soul.
Do you do it at Chick-fil-A?
No.
Oh.
My traveler's checks, and I give.
Let me count my change. Hold on.
I have my triptych, and we have got 6 more pages till Valdosta. We're going to stop at the Cracker Barrel. All right, go ahead.
So
No, I don't do it at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's funny, the map. Okay, so mobile ordering I was not a huge fan of it.
It sounds cool.
It's good. So what you do is for the quick service places, not like the little popcorn stations, but like Pico Bills and places like that where it's a quick service. You go to the counter and order.
Pickles Bill.
We do too. So you have to stay outside the restaurant and put your order in on your app. Which, to me, when you're standing out in a crowd and your kids are yelling at what you want and you've got a food allergy and it was a little much to navigate on my phone, but maybe I'm just getting old. So then when your food is ready, your app will notify you that you can come into the restaurant. So there's a guy at the door and you show him your app that your food's ready and they let you in, pick up your food at the counter, then you can go find a table. The upside is the tables aren't full of people just sitting there.
I will tell you,
getting out of the heat.
The last time we went, Pickles Bill, the anarchy in that room of just people in line and just
so that is a plus. You're not stressing out in the line and everybody's fighting for a space and stuff like that.
If you have any kind of like sensory issues, I feel like that's an excellent new thing because you can just go in.
Yeah, it absolutely has its benefits. I don't know. We just ended up doing a lot of reservations so that we knew we had a table, we could sit down, we could take our mask off, chill out, and get some good food. But the mobile ordering, another good thing is you could be in your room and order your lunch for the day and tell them what time you're going to pick it up.
Oh.
So you could do that too.
Wow.
Or breakfast. Instead of going down to your hotel counter, you can order it from bed, and then one of you can go pick it up and bring it up.
What a life. All right, that's really funny. Yeah, I don't just because I have an old phone, I don't love the all-in app, but my wife is all about what's the new technology? How can we make this work? Let's just go crazy with it.
Yeah.
And I kind of like being old. Yeah.
I know. It is getting weird. I don't feel like I know as much as young people do about technology.
Oh man, this took a turn. Well, you don't. Because it's not for us. Jenna, it's not for us. Our time is...
I know.
We're in that elephant graveyard section of the kids are looking out the world. And we just
avoid that part.
Yeah, that's where we are. Shaking our canes.
I'm trying to think of other changes.
Well...
I mean, mask. Obviously, you have to wear your mask at all times from the second you leave your room till you go back to your room. Parking lot, you have to wear it. The Epcot Monorail is down. That was a bummer. Because they're spacing people so far on the Magic Kingdom monorail, they're using it.
Don't you know who I am? Jenna and Railey. Let me on this ride.
I own this.
It's named after me.
Everything else, I mean, for the most part, is up and running. You don't have character meet and greets, but the plus side to that I hope doesn't change is the characters constantly walk down the street.
Oh.
So we saw more characters in December than we ever do, and we didn't have to wait in line for them. We were walking on our way to a ride and would see them all come by and would stop and take pictures.
Donald's not worried about getting kicked in the crotch when nobody can get near him. That's good. Like those people in those suits, they take a beating sometimes.
I bet.
That's why they have to have the handlers. Maybe get dragged off in a regular day.
Oh, man.
Well, were there any fun, do they do any collectible COVID stuff, or they just try to act like it didn't happen?
I mean, they have, obviously, masks. They're going to,
but they didn't have anything
take advantage of that.
Sneezy, getting an X to his neck.
That would be funny.
Doc is putting a mask on him.
I'm trying to think if they had COVID shirts. A lot of people had Etsy shirts.
Oh.
The one we saw a lot was social Disneying.
Oh, what about 6 feet up Space Mountain?
Oh, that's good. You should do this. Get you some shirts going.
That's right. Get my Etsy store.
So a lot of people had cute. They would have the family Mickey ear shirts, but it would have a mask on it. They would have the COVID ball. Oh, yeah, they would have the COVID ball in a Mickey.
That is some questionable humor.
Yeah, I mean.
But hey, making the best of it.
Making the best of it.
Well, do you have any...
there was like the Friends, you know, it was like Disney 2021, the one where we all wore a mask or something. You know, like the Friends episodes will say the one where...
If you have the DVDs at home or are watching online, yes. I've not watched it since it was on.
Oh, so each episode is like the one where they go to LA.
You're confusing us with our Friends Follow Along podcast, so this is about travel, not about overrated sitcoms. Really not news.
So
Friends doesn't hold up. I'm sorry. We tried to watch it. Do you love it?
I love it.
So much. Well, I'm afraid that a lot of my shows probably don't hold up, but we tried to watch Friends again when it was on Netflix, and we were like, man, this is just
so
it's
good.
like a time capsule.
Yeah, that's what I like.
So we turned it on, smoke came out of the TV. So, well, which is an exciting way to get to our next part. This is Jenna's tip for the day.
Tip for the day.
You were not prepared for it all.
About 2021 or anything?
Just give us any kind of tip if they're getting ready to travel to, let's say, Disney World in 2021.
I have a lot. I'm trying to figure out which one would be best.
Drop this on you, so.
I do think the biggest tip to take away from today is, even though, get your pen out, Disney, you know, you used to have to plan everything 6 months to 8 months in advance. It's not like that anymore. I am booking trips now for April. You know, I mean, it's
That's
definitely
next month if we're in March.
I'm sorry. Yes, next month. It's definitely the time to do last minute trips. Although, if you're planning ahead for fall or summer or winter, you know,
Seasons.
Do the package. And get your tickets so you can reserve your park days.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't do that, because when I heard about that, I went, oh, that stinks. But yes, if you're planning, don't wait till the last minute. That's silly. You're going to end up
not getting a park.
Epcot 4 days in a row.
And you know what's happening this fall.
What?
The 50th anniversary.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a big, it's going to be a big deal.
It's already booked for the day, right?
We are booked.
Magic Kingdom.
And we have our park reservation.
Oh, you're going? Oh.
Hopefully. We're going to see. It's over a weekend in October.
The hopefully was a weird...
Well, I mean, you just never know how things go.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, we're booked.
Okay,
we're booked to go. We have our park reservation.
I didn't know where
hotel,
the hopefully was.
But Magic Kingdom sold out for that weekend.
Yeah.
So, again... Book your package. It's $200. If you have to cancel, you get it back, and you have your tickets secured.
Wait, you get your $200 back if you have to cancel?
Up to your 30-day mark.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
And I even have a trick past your 30-day mark.
Well, we will maybe talk about that at a different trick corner.
That'll be another trick. So my tip for today is to, even if you're not sure, if you want to go this fall or winter, go ahead and book a package where you have your tickets and you can reserve your park days.
Personally, I was really excited to go until I found out they weren't doing another birthday cake castle. So I said, Kings
you
Island,
love that birthday cake castle.
I love it so much.
No, the castle does have a new look.
Andy's mad about it.
I don't know.
Aren't they putting some bows or something on it? Some like gold kind of...
They're doing a lot of gold trim. It's pink, and they're doing a lot of gold trim. And then did you see Mickey and Minnie's 50th anniversary outfits?
Is it iridescent?
They're like purple and teal, and I think it'll be fun.
It was E-A-R-idescent.
I think it was,
we heard about it, and I went, Somebody got paid to do that, and I'm sitting here, sitting on 6 feet of Space Mountain, and I'm getting nothing for it. So, all right. Well, is there anything you think, anything else we need to throw at them today?
2021, if you do the Magical Express from the airport, they do not get your luggage like they used to. They used to, if you flew in and took the bus, they would take all of your checked luggage and go ahead and put it on the bus for you, and you could just go, you could skip your checked luggage part. Yeah. Now you have to go get your checked luggage.
Oh, I thought they just didn't take your luggage.
Oh, sorry. You have to get it and take it on the bus.
Okay. And that's just for this year, because next year there's no more Magical Express. So enjoy the bus.
See, that's the other thing about this podcast.
Is this false?
We are not going to spread rumors.
What? Well, we'll cut that part out because...
Well, it's not false. I just think people are blowing up about it, and I think Disney's going to come up with something.
As long as the bottom of my trip tells me where to go, I don't care. So, all right. Well, thanks for being here for the first episode of the ParkHopper Show. And wow, that is some kind of dance. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. If you would like me to book and plan your next trip for free, click the link in the description below. Thank you and have a magical day.